Okay, this is a different type of live stream today. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. I know it is just a quick notice. I didn't post that I'll be live at this particular time, but I believe you know the person in front of me here is Liz, one among the YouTuber Roll with Liz. She happened to be in the great state of Kansas. So we have met here for lunch. So say, what would be the better way to do than being live here and starting asking questions? Shiko Hope is already live. Here is Steve Billy from Kenya, Shakira, Donald. Okay, welcome, Liz.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a long time until we finally met.
Yeah, it's amazing how this worked out. So I'm glad to be on your channel again.
So today I'll be asking a lot of questions, and I'll give you the chance, obviously, to ask me questions.
Okay.
Okay, let me start. How do we know each other?
We met through YouTube, and we have been, you've actually been so supportive of me throughout my YouTube journey. So I'm so grateful for that. I don't think I would be where I am without your constant push here and there, your advice, and most importantly, your encouragement.
So it is, yeah, we started a long time ago back with all the technology. Like now we are using StreamYard, like easy to do live stream.
Just a year ago.
Now we are in the same state in Kansas. Which state do you live before coming here today?
Okay, so I am born and raised in Uganda, East Africa, of course, and I live in Colorado in the Denver area.
Okay. What is the difference between Denver and here in Kansas?
Of course, there's not like a very big difference. It's all USA or America, but I think what I've noticed is here in Kansas City, it's not as dry. Like the weather is not as dry, so that is one thing I like. And then also, it's very green. It's mostly green and very, very natural. I like how it is, and I like the people. They are very friendly. At least the few that I've met. So I'm enjoying the city. Yeah.
Okay. Another question. How many states have you been so far?
This is actually the second state I've visited.
Apart from the one you live? Okay. And you came to America. We talk different pathways for people to go to another country. We talk someone can win the green card lottery, another person can come through education, like I came through education. What way did you come to the United States?
I came through the K1 visa or the fiancé visa.
Okay.
Yeah, and if anyone has any questions, how it's done, how long it would take, what do I need, you can always find me on my channel. If you have any more questions that we don't have time to answer right now, search for Roll with Liz, you'll find me, and
exactly.
DM me, send me a message on Instagram, whatever.
Yeah, and at the end, I will...
Thank you.
At the end, I will post your link because I'm using the phone, so on the phone I cannot control much. When I'm on the computer, I can just put on the comment and everything. But if you go right now and say Roll with Liz, you'll be able to see her account. It has a pink background or channel over there. Another question.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Can I get you guys any hot sauce, ketchup?
Ketchup for me, please. Yeah, so at least got something over there. I don't know what she got.
It's pork.
Is pork? Oh, I just got eggs and yeah, that's all. Yeah, and I'm going to get some ketchup. Speaking of, first of all, go right now. Right now we have 48 people here. If you haven't subscribed to Roll with Liz, you put Roll ROLL with Liz, you'll be able to see there. just go and subscribe to her. She has so many content, especially people want to know more about fiancé visa. Fiancé visa, the interview is not much different from the green card by marriage interview, because in the end, you have to prove the relationship and other things will be on top of that. Yeah. And also to apply for the immigrant visa while you are outside of the United States, you'll be able to get most on her channel in that particular way. Okay. When you arrive in the US, how many years you have been in the US so far?
3.
3 years. Yesterday I posted a video highlighting, and I was highlighting some of the frustrations many immigrants when they come to America face. Some might be language or culture, just like you order something, like I say, can I get ketchup? But people cannot understand you if you say, oh, can I get tomato sauce? So there are there are challenges like sometimes getting a job, or to start here, maybe you come with you already masters someone and you have to start working at the Walmart or wherever. For you, what have been the upsets, the challenges as immigrant when you arrive in America?
Luckily, I haven't been so much challenged. I was very lucky. I got a job a few months when I'd come, and I started doing pretty quick. And also because I am very friendly, I'm outgoing. I was able to make friends. My husband's family was very supportive, so I haven't particularly got any issues. But I would say for the culture change, like you've lived in a different country, it's a different culture. Then you go in a different place, it's a different culture. Everything is different. It's just so diverse. So you just have to adjust to the new system, which I did pretty good. And yeah, even with the jobs, it's quite different from what I was used to back home. So apart from the jobs, it's quite different. You have to learn to work at the pace of the American pace is really pretty fast. So apart from a few of those changes, I haven't been able to have any major challenges. But one thing I've forgotten to say is I miss the social life. I think that's what, and now that I'm now encultured into this culture here, I cannot remember that I used to go out every now and again in the evening after work and just go to, a bar and stuff, and, stuff like that. So that's kind of what I miss. I miss that social gathering. But other than that, you can always make it. But because you're busy here, it is work. You have to always work. So you don't even have so much time to go to the club if you want to, or you have to have money to pay a nanny to watch your kids if you have kids anyway. So it's quite different. But other than that, I haven't got any major challenges, I would say.
Okay. What about food? Because you are from Matoke area, Uganda. You can, over there, someone doesn't eat matoke in 2 days can get sick. You have to eat matoke almost every single day, like whether it be on whatever form you eat banana. But here, how have you been? You can stay maybe a month without cooking matoke, right? Or how does that work?
So before I came here, I'm not like so much of a culture person I must eat matoke to survive. I'm not that type of person. But if you have that mentality of you're used to that same food and that's the only food you want to eat throughout your life, definitely traveling is going to be a major challenge. So for me, it was in a way, but once you learn that you can go to the grocery store and buy food, prepare the way you want, it didn't bother me so much. But I'll say traditionally, if you go to a restaurant and you want to order food, that was different because I didn't even understand what was on the menu. I would go and there's what cheese do you want? We never eat cheese in Uganda, so they ask you things like soda. Sometimes soda is different. They have I don't know what lemonade. We don't know most of those things. So you learn every day. You go to a restaurant and you need help. You're like, what do you mean? What is this? What is macaroni and cheese? You have to ask. So for me, I've always asked, and it definitely has helped. But
Speaking of cheese, I remember one time I was traveling from Tanzania back to US, and while I was in Amsterdam, I wanted to order a hamburger. But for me, I always use American cheese. I don't eat any other type of cheese. So just like here, I have to ask, do you have American cheese? And they prefer the yellow one. I don't want they have white one. I can eat it, but I prefer the yellow one. That is the first cheese I ate. So that's the only cheese I eat. So I asked the person. English was not that good. It's European. So do you have American cheese? I said, yeah. This cheese is from America. Okay, cheese from America doesn't mean it's the American cheese. American cheese is a brand, is a type of cheese. Specifically, it's called American cheese. So I said, okay. I didn't want to buy anything else. So, okay. Do you have any regret for now you live permanently? If I say permanently, though you'll be going to Uganda, but most likely your permanent life with your family now is here. Do you have any regret so far for the first 3 years?
No, none whatsoever. And it's good to always open your mind to challenges. If you travel, try to get friends, go in the community, see how they live. Don't be too rigid. This is how life is. Travel, understand the culture where you're going. Because this doesn't stop in America. You may go to Europe. You may go to Asia. So for me, my thing is open your mind to learning and understanding people's culture and how they live, and you'll be very happy. Is there any comments?
Yeah, so first of all, from Brenda, I don't know. She's saying, now if food chokes you, banange, EBM, let Liz eat first.
We don't have
You see, I'm eating mine too while I'm talking. Obviously with hot tea. Yeah.
That would be fine.
Twin Nicholas say, that's good to have a Ugandan also. I'm watching from Kampala.
Nice to hear.
Another person, Osinde Dominic, say, how about Mukene? What is Mukene?
Mukene, silverfish.
I was about to say, Mukene looks like the name of the fish.
Mukene silverfish. I don't think I've seen it.
Brenda say, I see you enjoying this. Someone says, IBM, I want to speak with you privately. How can I contact you? It is very, very difficult. You can send a message on either find me on Instagram, but I cannot promise I'm going to read your message because I get so many messages. What I try, I answer all the questions. And that's what I'm trying.
Let them find you on Facebook. You go and follow him on Facebook. That page.
Yeah. Shakira say, please, EBM, we need a Ugandan DV lottery winner so bad. I know some of the Ugandans. Yeah, I know, but I haven't asked them because some people, I mean, I usually prefer people, they ask me. I don't like, very few times I can ask someone because you never know, someone is not comfortable to be on internet.
Yeah, if I get any, I can forward them to you.
Yeah. I know
someone, but I also wanted to interview her and she didn't want to be on the internet. So it's hard. It has to be somebody willing to be on the channel.
Yeah, because if someone is not interested, that means you ask a question who knows he doesn't answer or whatever, and you are already alive.
Oh. I'm already alive and they're just dodging.
Yeah, so someone say Uganda, oh yeah. And then we have Kenya Marekani. Have you done an interview with him?
I should. I always watch his videos.
Yeah.
Do you know how I found him? Just by YouTube search. So he was doing a good job with tagging. Because I just found him. I was searching for something and I found him. Then I subscribed. He gave me the ketchup, tomato sauce.
The first time I talked to Joyce, the one from Canada. I said, there's one guy you have to talk to him. He's so smart. Just like you.
I like his energy.
Yeah, it's very energetic. You have to do the interview. So we'll just do so. I will just communicate a little bit. The time we started planning to do the interviews, the time I went to Tanzania, so we can just do the. And I tried one day. The internet was the worst, like to do live stream. So I said I'm not doing any live stream. So when I came back, that is when I said we'll be able to.
I saw that live.
Yeah, and you have done another couple of videos before. I mean, about the military, whatever. About today, Ugandans are so happy to have native Ugandan 256 from Tushabe. Hey, first of all, speaking of Uganda, we are so sorry for the bombing. We just read some news.
Was scary.
Someone said, can I join the U.S. Army? I'm 32. Yes, as long as you are a green card holder. Yes.
Up to 35, right?
35 for the army. And the problem with many people in Africa, when they say, I want to join the army, they mean in military. Army here is a branch. It's not a military. Military is just including army, navy, marines, air force. That is military. But army is a ground too.
Okay.
But so I know only people say I want to join the army, they mean I want to join the military. So then you have to go which branch. But I thought Liz is a individual winner.
No.
People are excited. They want to have a individual winner from Uganda. Another person said, Shakira said, oh, I thought a individual winner. No.
Shall get you one.
SGB Media watching from Kampala. Salute to my sister, but let her know home is not okay. Yeah, we just
saw the news.
Yeah.
We are praying for you.
Someone is 45 years old. Can I join U.S. Army Reserve? No, you can't.
Is it up to 35?
35. Air Force, they increased to 37.
Okay.
But if you join if you have masters in theology, whatever, if you join as chaplain, I think up to 39 or 40. There is some exception for people who join as chaplain.
Okay.
Today it has been just a Ugandan reunion. Isaac remember watching from Kampala. Precious Maggie, finally someone from Uganda. And then we have someone from Ghana. Okay. Let me go to other questions. Minimum age to join the U.S. military. Yes, very good. Yeah, thank you.
You want to check this?
Oh, you're finished?
I'm done.
Did you want the center roll? We're still working on it?
Not
Yeah,
for me.
I could have one more bag. Okay.
Minimum age 17. 17 with the parents' permission, but 18, that's the minimum.
You want me to ask you questions?
Yeah, so okay, so now Liz ask a question. Oh, someone says my niece is a Ugandan, the lottery winner, staying in Kansas since 2019.
What? Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's nice.
This is where we are right now, in Kansas. Another person who lives in Kansas is Charity Babo. Lives 2 hours from here.
Who's that?
She's Kenyan YouTuber. She's doing
What's her name?
Charity. In her YouTube channel is Charity Babo USA.
Okay.
I've done an interview with her. I've been to her channel.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you have any more questions?
Not really.
Okay.
So Ugandans are also represented by Liz on EBM Scholars. Okay, go ahead.
I have to turn the camera to you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So EBM, I would like to know, how do you feel with all the followers that you've had? They're not even followers, subscribers. You're almost at 100K. When you started, did you have a vision? Did you have an inspiration? What inspired you to start YouTube?
For me, it was different. Someone right now can start a YouTube channel. You have seen so many YouTubers, you make that decision. For me, I started YouTube. I didn't know any YouTuber as YouTuber per se. What I used to see was just the videos of people posting maybe the cars, entertainments, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I didn't pay attention to the YouTube. Just like right now, someone says, "Oh, I want to be like Odemaya. I want to be like EBM. I want to be like Sean of Think Media." We didn't have that at that particular time, and I started the channel just for the purpose of having extra area where I can pass more message. Mine for me was concentrating on blog, so I was a blogger, so that was my focus at the time. So I didn't have any imaginary that this will be able to happen. But 2019, that's why usually for me, I usually say YouTube is YouTube. I started in 2019 in October when I say, oh, this one I can do this in higher level. I can get money. I can just do this one at higher level. So that's when I said to be very, very serious. In the beginning of this year, I had a 5 years goal that in the next 5 years, I want to be at least 500,000 subscribers. That's the goal. And to be able to get at least the minimum, the lowest amount I can be able to get on a monthly basis will be $5,000 so that I can quit my job. But I believe I'll be able to make it up to 10,000 in the next 5 years to come. Like from 2026, I'll be able to make that money. That it might happen before, but that's where I'm just now I have a real goal. I can envision now where I'll be as a YouTuber.
Okay.
But to be where you are, you have to know what it takes. And I usually tell people, Brenda will be the one I know. She's thinking I'm talking to her right now. Is just posting more videos. So for me, like right now, the goal is to have average 5 videos per day. Even if I don't post 5 videos per day, but I want to post 150 videos in a month. That is my new challenge. Okay. So if you are a YouTuber and you are posting 2, remember, yes, depending on one issue, you might be growing fast. But for me, I'm posting more, so I have to find a way where I can have more content, where I can have more different ways to make better videos, better content. The quality of the video, all those kind of things. I have to find a way.
Okay. Well, someone was saying, when did I learn to use my left hand? Eating with the left hand. Oh, you know when you're using the fork and the knife. No. Me, when the camera was on me, they were laughing and saying, so ask her when did she learn to use a fork and the knife?
I didn't want to use because it's not a meat, so I use one. If it is meat,
they've named me. You don't need a fork. You don't need a knife. So somebody's asking, let's talk about the cost of living in the US compared to Africa. I'm assuming the person asking is from Uganda or Kenya. But I will first say something, then you can finish. So I'll say it depends on what state you're in. Where I live in Colorado. Denver is very expensive compared to living here in Kansas, at least from what I have shared with people. So it depends. You just go on Google. Some of this information you can find on Google, or ask people that live where they live and ask cost of living. Because honestly, I remember having a friend that wanted to come and live in Denver. And when I told her how much a condominium of about 1 room, 1 bedroom, 1 sitting room and a kitchen, of course self-contained with a bathroom and stuff, I told her the area where she wanted, it was $1,000 plus. She freaked out. So she ended up going somewhere else. So that is the good thing of knowing people living in different states. Compare and see where you can start from. Don't start from California. Don't start from New York City. Come on, you're going to be spending all your income. So what do you have to say about that?
I agree, first of all, with you that the state and the city will determine that one. California, the bad normal neighborhood, not the nice, normal neighborhood, 1 bedroom is 1,300. So when I was moving, while I was in the military, my apartment, the condo we lived, government was town hall, whatever. It was 1,900 around, and that was 2 bedrooms. So we moved while I got the job. I moved here in Kansas, so we had to find the apartment while I was still in California to pay everything. But I didn't believe them because I assumed these people are scams. Why 3 bedroom was 950?
3 bedrooms.
I said,
Oh,
no,
wow. You can't find that in the you can't.
So, like, I mean, I understand there are certain places like 2 bedrooms, 1,000 still, or 700, 800. This is not true.
Yeah.
So I just paid, but I told my wife, I said, okay, I mean, we are going to buy a very bad neighborhood. We came here to, it's so beautiful. And
I like I like it so far.
Yeah, so
and guys, we're going to show you outside. I hope we'll be able to do it. Yeah. We're going to walk with you back to wherever we are going, and we can show you outside. So I'm excited to be with Mr. EBM. I'm so excited. So we're going to go a couple of more videos, but if you haven't subscribed to my channel, first of all, go ahead and subscribe. So they have loving on our own sis. Ugandans are here today. Yeah, so many Ugandans here today. Okay, so you can also ask me anything now.
Okay. Okay. If you put 5 years to come, where do you see your YouTube channel will go? Or what is your end results of your YouTube?
I didn't see that coming. To be honest, EBM, for some time I wasn't very consistent on YouTube, and I think that also killed my my viewership. And also because I am busy, have a family, you have a job, you have this, now I have to travel every now and again. So sometimes it's not easy, by the way, to post videos. Any YouTuber that is watching knows what I'm talking about, excuse me. Because you have to put in time to edit, to shoot, to all these things. That's why whenever I upload a video, I'm like, thank you. So for me, 5 years to come, I hope, what's my vision? What is it? I hope to create a community where we get to interact with each other. Especially for me, when I started YouTube, it was, I wanted to create like a sort of community or a platform where you sit and you interact with people, especially those on the other side that would like to know how it is living in the diaspora, living away from home, living abroad, challenges, what can I do if you're lonely. And at that point when I started YouTube, it helped me so much because I had so much time and I was so busy at the same time. But the little time I had, I kept missing home. I was doing so many things and I said, I don't want to get depressed. So when I started, it gave me a door. I would be even too busy. I'd be like, I need to make a video. So for me, in about 5 years, if I have that sort of connection with the community, with my YouTube people, my subscribers, that will make me so happy. So that if I have any updates, I come there. If there are any jobs that you can actually apply online, even when you're in Uganda, Kenya, I'll come and update you guys. If there's anything, something like that, just to help people. And I saw somebody asking if there's a DV lottery winner, can you host them? Why not? You see, the thing is, you have to earn the trust. That is why we are saying, now for EBM, I had never met EBM until a few days ago, 2 days ago. So because he had seen me and talked to me via YouTube, that is the only way we had known each other. I'd never met him. And but because of that bond we had, we're doing the same thing, we share the same values, and we do similar things. If I need help, I can reach out to him. he was able to trust me. So when I said, hey, can we meet and you make a video? He's not going to imagine I'm a bad person or who is this person. Do you understand? So create that type of relationship with the person that you want to host you. Let them trust you. Let them know who you are, and get to understand. Because my friend, you don't want to host somebody and then it ends up.
Yeah.
People in Uganda, they say it ends up in tears.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I want to add a point.
Okay.
Last weekend, usual, I've tried my best, my phone to be very private, especially nowadays. And if I give someone a phone number, one of the conditions, don't share my phone number to another person. So I think the person gave to another person gave to another person. The person wrote to me a message. I want to look even that video that hi Ernest or hi EBM, I don't remember what was the salutation, and he said, I'm planning to come to US. Can you please send me your
Address.
affidavit of support and tax information? I was like, okay, who are you? This is a brand new number. First of all, and after I didn't reply right away. Called. I said, please don't call. This is a brand new number. If you're a brand new number, you have to ask a person, can I call you? Don't call you. You never know what is the time right now or what I'm doing. Then I say, who are you and who gave my number? So I go for some friend. I say, so just assume you are random. Do you know what is tax return? What information is on tax return? They have my social security number on my tax return. I cannot just give to a stranger.
No.
This is what I would tell people, like, yes, you like to follow Eric Omondi, you follow Diamond. Yeah, go and ask Diamond to give you affidavit support them.
Let me say something. So, see, where we come from, we don't have social security number. We don't have a lot of all this security going on. And because of that, people assume that if for example, if they ask you for such stuff, it's easy to give it out. Here, people are so conscious of the security around them, of the environment, of anything, even a phone number. I cannot go around giving EBM's phone number to somebody, because that's how scammers will get you. That is how people will contact you in the middle of the night. So people don't like that. And because of that, I see myself asking you the same information way back before I lived here, by the way. That's why I'm laughing, because I wouldn't know what it is. I would probably just say, hi, my name is Liz, I'm looking for a job, send me your affidavit, send me your social security, whatever I need, please send it. You haven't told me even you have won the DV lottery or OT program, whatever. I said, I'm not. I said, he said, I'm going to study. So who is paying for your tuition fees? My parents. Why can't you use your parents' bank statement? Or they don't have enough. How can they pay to you? Why can't you put that money in your bank account in Tanzania and have that one? So I'm not giving you my I said, you have never followed me, even just to follow like one of the video. Yeah, I don't know who you are. Then you're just asking. Create a kind of a friendship where somebody trusts you. EBM has hosted so many people. So many people host. Even Betty SD was telling me she hosted so many. So if you create that kind of, although some people are very difficult to host. I have heard of stories I have never hosted, but some people also don't have very good news about that. So it depends. If you're my friend, of course, I wouldn't say no. Why not? We're here to help each other. That's what the world is all about.
Do you need more hot water for your tea?
Yes, please.
I am good, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is it. Any more questions? When
you come there from Charles Odiko, no companies which can provide accommodation, medical, transport to work, and they look for you a job. We should be that way.
Nobody.
I usually tell people they do not know the power of green card. Green card is the biggest document ever. People here in the US, if they say, if you have 20,000, stay on the line here, we are giving you green card. I tell you, the line will be the longest line in this world. Because it is a very powerful document. But if someone is getting there, you want to ask to give you the job, they give you green card. That means you can work to any employer. So why should they give you the job? What if you don't like that job? This is not a dictatorship. They give you freedom. They give you the card. Go and find a job with the one you like. If you don't, quit tomorrow.
There's no company that will help you find anything, even housing. When you win the green card, come here and hustle. If you're living in the basement of someone or in the garage, totally up to you until you find. There are jobs. There's so many jobs. That's the beauty. There's so many opportunities for people here. So, and here you can be cleaning and earning very clean, good money than these white collar jobs. So we don't have that African thinking of, hey, I'm a cleaner, oh, I'm the boss, I have a clean job. At least that is not here. That is one thing actually EBM that I wanted to say that has changed my my way of viewing the world, because here, whether you went to school or not, you're going to be earning the same money, or even the other person will earn more, depending on how smart you apply your skills.
Someone with a PhD is getting less than the high school who is a truck driver.
Yes. You don't even have to speak English or anything.
You drive the truck.
Good English with an accent is a big nothing. Zero. Don't be intimidated. You can have a job, even 3 jobs, and you buy a big house, and the PhD master's degree, they are earning how much? So here I like the fact that it's a little bit balanced. Nobody is going to look down on you because you're cleaning the toilet. Nobody is going to look down.
In addition to that, let me add another point people should know. African life poverty is so severe because we have categorized these are the things for the poor person. Like, for instance, someone right now wants to have, thank you. So someone right now wants to have iPhone 13 in Africa for show off. That's why they have fake iPhone 13, just to show off, not for the particular purpose. For me, I was having 11. I went to upgrade to 13 because I'm going to earn money through YouTube. By using my phone with 1,000 GB, I can make so many videos. So I had a purpose why. But over there, type of the phone is status. Having a laptop.
Clothes, even just a nice shirt, it is a status.
Yeah, but
even nice hair, it is a status. Yet here, it doesn't mean so much. Another thing though that I miss, people in Uganda, for example, they like to look nice and smart.
Oh, I talked about that yesterday.
I think it's a good thing and a bad thing on the other hand, because if you're working in an official environment and you don't have enough nice clothes, people are going to be looking at you and they're like, hey, that's the shirt you wore to work. And even they don't fear to tell you, they're like, hey, it's not very nice. Tomorrow you have to change. Yeah. What if that's the only shirt?
I will show people my trousers in a few minutes. It's just like a sweatpants, and I'm coming to the office.
And you're going to work. So here people wear this. We call them sneakers back home.
Yeah, this is what I'm.
Shoes.
Yeah.
And you just put your socks, your jacket, jeans, and you go to work. In Uganda, somebody would have a tie, a nice white shirt.
I came to America with
stilettos.
I remember high school and university. I had over 300 ties. Over 300. So when I came to America, I distributed most of them. So I came like about 50, I think. I remember more than 50. But so whenever we were at times, so what's going on? Do you have a date or do you have an interview? Like so many questions. Like
people even ask if you're going for a wedding.
Yeah.
But it's also on the other flip side though is people. I feel like people here have become also too comfortable that sometimes it's too much. Like you walk in a shopping mall and you see somebody, it looks like pajamas.
But advantage of this one,
like, hey, to change.
Advantage of this one, it gives you an opportunity to respect everyone because you do not know who that person is. Like
yeah, of course. But I'm just saying.
But in Africa, you can know like if someone is wearing this person has money. But here, see Mark of Facebook how he's wearing. The same style like Steve Jobs, everything they say is just normal. They own a Facebook.
Yeah, even normal people, forget about these billionaires, but even normal people that have a status and have a very nice house and are driving all these sports cars, they're not going to come wearing a suit and a tie.
One day
they'll be in a nice t-shirt, shorts, and.
I was in Tanzania, so the other people they ask, "Oh, can you come?" I mean, because they know I was in Tanzania, so they ask it not this time, but one of the trip. So if I can go to be one among the speakers, they had a public event. So I show up with my laptop bag, wherever. I had my flip flop. Usually for me, wearing flip flop is normal, and t-shirt and the whatever.
You say sandals so people can understand.
It was not a sandals. It was typical flip flop, like they slip whatever you call them.
What do we call them? In Uganda, we'll call them. What do we call them? The plastic one.
The plastic one.
What do we call them?
Yeah. So those ones.
Okay.
Yeah. So I showed up
we
there.
Call them nigina.
Yeah. So
whenever somebody says nigina, they are calling us flip.
So the person who invited me, so I talked to him, and I knew one of the presenters, whatever. So we just talked a little bit on the background. So then I went on the seating, so the high table over there. So there are so many students, university students, and other people. So I was just going to sit there. I was sitting there. So everybody's like, oh, this guy roasted the way every presenter is just in suit, tie. The girls, they're wearing like. So when I talk, I was almost like the last person. Like the attention movie. Oh, so is this the guy's EBM? Like because they didn't figure out.
Why does it have a nice tie, very expensive cologne and a hat and all these things?
Yeah. So. Yeah. So. Okay. What?
What happened?
I'm just looking at some of the questions.
Oh,
okay. Okay, can you read that question? I will answer that question.
Which one?
There is one I just posted there. I have to put in my sugar. So that
which
is the
one?
Canada question, whatever.
The Canada. Okay. Canada and USA, which one is better for immigrant and intern of getting jobs?
So that one I usually tell people to divide this into two major ways. Number one, I will talk about the possibility of becoming a permanent resident. In Canada, it is easier to become a permanent resident. The reason being, they have so many pathways which are merit-based. If you work in 2 years or 3 years, you can apply on your own. You don't need a sponsorship to apply. So they have so many pathways. International students will finish, you have more postgraduate work studies, more time than US. So they have so many pathways where someone can become a permanent resident. But in the United States, it's a little bit different. There are fewer pathways. One of the ways to get green card is marriage, or you have to win the lottery, or you have to get a work and employer to like you, to sponsor you. It's not just direct, just you can apply on your own. There are those EB visa, it's called employment-based, whatever, visa, education, whatever, and they are very complicated, there are very big limitations. So in Canada, it has a better opportunity for someone to become a permanent resident. But when it comes to the jobs, when it comes to the opportunities in general, after becoming a permanent resident or becoming a citizen of that particular country, always remember, United States is a union of 50 states. These 50 states, just assume these 50 states are countries. So US is a combination of 50 countries. So 50 against one, obviously 50 will win. Someone who lives, let's say, in California has higher population than Canada. Missouri is bigger than South Korea. So here, let's say I can decide I was in California, I studied in West Virginia, I moved to California, I moved to Missouri, I can move to another state I want. I didn't get this job, I can apply, so I have room to apply jobs in all over America. But someone in Canada will be limited to find jobs within one country. So assume Africa is one country. All the 56 countries there together, and you have freedom of movement of getting jobs without any permit. Traveling, it will be easier in that way. So that's why in Canada, yes, it will be easy to get a green card, but in the US you have more opportunities if you have a green card or you are a citizen, either to start a business or to, when it comes to get jobs around. So because you can find jobs everywhere, you can quit the job, you can go another place. Just like the video I made yesterday, 4.4 million people decided to quit their job in 1 month. the month of September. And because they know they have option to get another job. So just quit a job in Tanzania. You'll find out what will happen to you.
Okay. So I'm reading through the comments and let me see if I can find anything. Someone is still asking about the military, but what I don't get is what is the maximum and minimum age for joining U.S. military? For example, can a 45-year-old join?
You can't. 45 is more above. That's what I say. Minimum, you have to be high school. So high school are 18. If you want to join and finish high school at 17, you have to get permission from your parents. The maximum Marine is 29. Navy and the Army is 35. Air Force is 37. If you're above that age, you cannot. Even FBI is 37 or 39, if not mistaken. That's why even as I responded that if you want to join as a chaplain have exception up to the 40 years old because they know some they are priests or they are preachers. You have to have masters in theology or something like that. So there are special categories for chaplain.
Okay. Let me see if there's anything else. If people have any more questions. God bless you, EBA. My question well answered. Much love. That's Lucy Njenga.
From Kenya.
Mm-hmm. Lucy, you're welcome, and I hope you check me out too. Inspired. My niece is in. Okay, so I think that is most of the questions. And so one more question though. What would you advise somebody that has never lived out of their country and is going to be traveling out for the first time? Maybe they've won the DV lottery or maybe they're visiting. What are those things that they should at least, know before they come out so that they don't get so shocked,
Few things. Number one, especially when you're traveling to the Western countries, whatever country it is, in a Western country, they are similar. When you're in Africa, you have a mindset that we are totally wrong about capitalism. Everything capitalism is negative. So they don't even greet one another. So that's why people, when they come in, they get shocked. Like, why? Like people, they told you they cannot even greet you. They cannot help you in something. Wherever you have something, please ask. Even if it's the police, you lost the direction, ask a police, ask any person. But if you don't ask, you are going to get depression because you will come to realize later whether it is a credit card you have already destroyed, whether it is a job you didn't know that what you did was wrong. But if anything you are in doubt or you are not so sure, ask.
But EBM, let me ask you. On these streets when you're walking, it's not the same as in Africa where you're going to walk to somebody and ask. So what would you advise? Because unless you use Google, you're not going to walk out and meet somebody and say, hey, may I please ask where is the restaurant near here? People are going to say, what do you want? I don't know you.
If you are like in New York, it is difficult. But if you just meet any person like, oh, excuse me, sir, do you know the direction like I got lost? People will be able to ask you. But in many cases, people, whenever they want to go somewhere, they have already planned. So they know the distance, they know everything. But what I'm talking about asking will be more, I'll give you an example. You are here. You come as a visitor. And later you want to change to stay in America. So from the beginning, find the people, whether it's YouTube, whether it's just finding like whatever it is, go to the university. Start from the beginning to ask those questions. How can you exchange or change the visa type? Because if you don't ask those questions, I was dealing with one woman who is from Kenya. She has 1 month left, and she's asking me how can she extend the time. You cannot.
For the DV lottery?
No, she's just a visitor here.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, you have no any other way if you say you are illegal.
In Kenya, isn't it 5 years?
Already that has expired.
So she was waiting 5 years to find ways of
getting arrested. This time you didn't. How can you go to school? If you apply for scholarship, you are applying to start it before 2022.
Yeah, she waited too long.
Those are things people should know at the beginning. So what is the end game? Ask people for those kind of things.
Yeah.
You want to know about how to purchase a home. From day one, just know the information. Even if you don't use it right away, they will help you. So that is the biggest thing, is to ask and be a person to be
informed.
Yeah. And another thing is try to be mixing with other groups. Because you are Tanzanian or you are African, you don't need to have all friends. You're just like African Union in America. No, you need to have friends who also are Canadian, friends who are from Europe. If they are immigrants, immigrants doesn't mean they're from Africa. They can be from Mexico, can be from other countries. Also have Americans. Also have people from different professions, nurse, doctor, engineers, whatever. That means you'll be exposed even to your children in the future to know or to like something else.
Somebody is asking, is it possible for someone to change the profession, e.g. from teaching to nursing?
You can change anything in America.
Yeah, you just have to be patient and do it right.
There is no about that thing, because why the person is asking that way, because in Africa, to become a nurse, a doctor, you must be science major from high school. Here, no. I have F in mathematics. If I want to become a doctor, I go to become a doctor. I have to take the prerequisite exams.
Yeah.
But there is no that, you take arts classes, you never become a doctor in my life.
I think that's what also lags us behind. I feel like because you must have passed these exams, do exams, and sometimes you're panicking because of the setup, the way it is. The teacher is standing with the cane, is going to cane you. You're so much pressure. So sometimes you don't even, perform well.
My handwriting is a doctor, but I studied social science. So I was supposed to be a doctor by design.
The ladies are coming. 1:30. So if she comes, we could pay and start walking. So guys, thank you again for joining. Let me see if there's any more questions. People. So let me see. So all my people are around today. Thanks for the great work, guys. Brenda, Shiko, Liz, and lastly the man himself, EBM. We appreciate. That is J. Regan. Thank you so much for your positivity. Wow, this live video today is good. Lucy, thank you so much. You're so nice. Talk about, he says, talk about TOEFL exam, please.
12. Okay, so let me quickly talk. There are two major exams. There are other exams, but they do Duolingo, whatever. I can leave them alone. So let's talk about these two. Both they are English proficiency tests. One is test of English as foreign language, 12. Another one is International English Language Testing System. That is the British. 12 is American. Both exams, they measure English proficiency, not intelligence. English proficiency, writing, reading, listening, and speaking.
Yeah, comprehension.
So when you take that test, if you come as a student, yes, you have to take that test. Or you are going as a Canada.
It's usually easy, as long as you know how to read and you can interpret what is on the paper.
So just do it. Do practice before you go.
Yeah, it's not about how much you can speak, how many big words do you know. No.
People fail the exam because they want like this. I'm giving example. They ask a question. Let's say, would you rather live in the village or in town? Just assume the normal answers to competition debate you used to have. So someone is starting thinking about economy or in town. No, they want to know
if you can understand. Are you able to comprehend? Yes.
If you can put it, because if you say, no matter what sentence comes there, if you say he comes instead of he comes, is grammatical wrong. It doesn't matter what good word you put in front of that word. So that's what they're going to detect. But
also those small errors, they can tell the language, but it can be a small error. So like what he's saying is free your mind. Don't be too tensed up. Like try to think, take your time, drink water. See, the difference is in Africa or in Uganda, I don't know how, maybe also in Kenya, Tanzania, we are used to, when you go for a job interview, it's like you've gone for military training. I'm telling you, for me, it was so, in fact, that is one of the things that I saw as different here. When I go for the interviews, because I've done a couple of interviews, it's easy. They're just saying, oh, I like your shirt. I said, what? That is how the lady began. The HR getting tons of money up there. All she said was, oh, I like your shirt. Where did you get that? So it takes you away from the whole topic. So you start to cool down. You're tensed up. I think they can realize, oh, EBM is tense. So I say, oh, EBM, that's a nice haircut. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, I got it from, Mr. Kat. And then we have a natural conversation.
My green card by marriage interview was so fun because Benedict was already born. So we went to the interview, myself, Marie, and Benedict, obviously. To reach there, the guy saw the accent. Said, oh. So he watched one action movie. There was one guy from Africa. So the entire interview talked about a movie. It was just like a discussion about a movie. And the guy saw like we are married because we have a child, whatever. So just talk about a movie, whatever. Just let me take a photograph of your passport. Go and take. In 10 days you have your green card in your mail, whatever. That's all. It was just just the normal question. Oh, so where did you go for honeymoon? Just like a simple question, like one thing, but we talked most about the movie.
Yeah, but for the job, it is. I'm telling you, it is so different. In Uganda, you come dressed up with a tie. You have to look nice. Your hair has to be neat. Then you you enter, then you're scared. And I've done interviews with the bank, even back home in Uganda, different companies. And I remember one time, imagine on the panel, it was a banking job. And the guy asked me, who is the current, how do you call the head of the bank? Something like a title of the head of the Bank of Uganda. Now, what does it matter? Tell me, ask me, can you calculate this and this? Can you count this money? I know how to count it. But just because of that, the guy is like, she doesn't even know the CEO of Bank of Uganda. So what? I've been in school for 6 years. The governor of Bank of Uganda, she doesn't know. That one I can't give her. And just small thing like that. But here, they want to see your intelligence. How do you interpret any simple thing? So tell me, have you had any challenges? Maybe something unrelated. How would you solve somebody that you found on the street fighting? How would you do that? It's not related to anything, but they want to see, can you comprehend? Yes, it's not about cramming work and understanding. So for me, that was my best experience here. All the interviews, very nice, very polite. So Miss Elizabeth, could you please tell me, how is it? Could you tell me what was your best food? This is an interview. It is not related to food. And you start talking and they're like, okay, so they are calming you down. Then they ask you, what can you do? In fact, I'm shocked that they don't care how much you passed, high school, what, university. Nobody cares. Come, you have the job. Can you do this? Can you execute what you've been given?
Your GPA use if you want to become a university teacher.
Yeah, nobody cares about your GPA. In Uganda, my friend EBM, you must have first class to get these high up jobs. Hey, how many did you get? And that is the challenge we have. So it lags us behind. So we are talking about experience in Africa and US. So to me, that was very nice. So I didn't have to feel so challenged. Hey, the other person got a first class and I got a what is the last one again? A first class and I got an F for pass. Yeah, and people with passes, they can, for example, if you're working in a manufacturing company, you don't have to be so sharp to do anything. They just show you, these are machines, they were moved from point A to B. Can you help fix it? Every day doing the same thing. Imagine, wouldn't anyone do that? But in Uganda, they will look at the papers. If in a senior, for this job is for only campus people that have graduated. So what? Some people have graduated and they've cheated.
Yeah.
So does it matter whether you have a pass or what?
Okay. End the live, then you can disappear.
Okay. Okay, so here you go.
Okay, so thank you each and everyone. Okay, we want to say thank you, Liz. So goodbye, everyone.
We'll see you again.
Yeah.
Check me out.
Oh, Liz, you contributed. Thank you. I appreciate. Yeah.